XRP explodes as Gensler announces his resignation. We also have a $7 trillion player in the traditional finance space saying they made a mistake, they're now getting into crypto. XRP price talk at the end, along with what...
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
We got lots to cover today, like XRP rally continues and explodes with even more price action. But before we get into the news, because that's right, BTC hasn't hit the 100,000 yet, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it. Michael watches to the end of the video and says, we just keep winning. Choo choo, bitches. That's right. Do you watch to the end of the videos? Global Travelers is great news, Klaus, and one hell of a B-Day present to myself on January 20th. Talking about that's when Gary Gensler's going to resign. Now we look forward to the next pump on Gary's replacement, and we're seeing that XRP pump. The Global Traveler also supports the channel. Thank you very much. Says, my utmost respect, Brother Klaus, for your dedication and being there with the news. That's right. I bring it 8 days a week. You're like, 8 days a week? That's right. I bring it on holidays, too, when you're supposed to be off. Jeremy Touche supporting the channel as well. Jeremy, a longtime viewer and supporter, says, bye, Gary. The future is now looking bright. Thanks, Klaus. Hope all is well, my friend. All is well. It's just been a busy, wild several weeks since the election. Let's get into the news because there's so much to share. As a $7 trillion traditional finance player out there says they messed up, they're now going to get into crypto. And you know about this story kind of if you watched yesterday's video because I teased you with it. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Bitcoin sitting at 97,842, ETH 3291. The ETH rally stalled a little bit here, but I'll tell you what didn't stall. The XRP rally up 26% last 24 hours, $1.42. XLM rally extending as well, almost 30 cents right now, up 20% in the last 24 hours. Who's that player? Charles Schwab's incoming CEO regrets not buying crypto, confirms they're going to get into spot ETF action. $7.13 trillion asset manager Charles Schwab is going to be getting into crypto because they screwed up. Charles Schwab's incoming CEO, Rick Wurster, has proposed an imminent exploration into crypto spot ETFs. In a November 21st Bloomberg interview, he stated the asset manager would test the ETF waters when the regulatory environment changes, and we know that's happening in 2025. Do you want to watch his interview? You're welcome to, because this and all articles are linked in the description below. Wurster noted that the eventuality of crypto regulatory change has gained momentum following the change in government. Notably, pro-BTC President Donald Trump will be inaugurated in January, and Gensler will be stepping down as well. And it's also the Global Traveler's birthday on the 20th, which is Gensler's departure date. What better gift than that? As a result, you're going to love this. The incoming CEO stated that Charles Schwab is getting ready for this change. He implied the launch of a crypto spot ETF from the asset manager is closer than ever following the win. He said investors have made a lot of money doing it, and the executive indicated he felt silly for not buying into the sector. I told you traditional finance would FOMO into this action. As now Charles Schwab, CEO of a $7+ trillion firm, is like, yo, we gotta get into crypto. XRP up 27% since Ripple CEO says Trump is going to make crypto again in the United States. Yes, crypto is going to be made great again in the U.S. Garlinghouse explained Ripple's focus on improving cross-border payments, but also said that it's been a hostile approach by the regulators. Yes, the regulators given shelter by the Biden administration. He claimed he has pushed 95% of Ripple's business outside the United States. So what will happen to Ripple when they start going deeper into the U.S. business sector as this regulatory environment warms up? The recent presidential election has renewed optimism within the crypto industry. Garlinghouse pointed out that the Trump administration appears more welcoming to crypto, setting the stage for growth. He's got confidence with Trump, and he says, you know what? He's going to make crypto great again. Ripple's revenge, that's right. XRP holders and Ripple's getting the last laugh as Gary's leaving. XRP prices freaking exploding. Gary, were you protecting the investor or hurting the investor? Gensler's departure, which is January 20th, coincides with the inauguration of Trump. Basically, Gensler wants to be a punk bitch and wants to resign before getting fired by the Trump man. With all this news, the price of XRP has soared to $1.50. Couldn't hold it, but we're going to talk XRP price here real soon. A leap that has more than doubled its value in just a month. It's like tripled in less than a month. Brad Garlinghouse says, guess what? I discussed Mornings with Maria to dawn a new crypto in the largest economy in the world under the Trump administration. We always said that it'd be great to have the United States' bags involved, and guess what, everyone? Those bags are getting in. And I'm incredibly optimistic for what's next as we move past the unlawful war and shameful political tactics of the Biden administration. And as you can tell, I've got plenty of notifications on my Twitter account. That's linked down below. And I've been a bad boy because I'm behind in reading the notifications. Why have I been a bad boy? Because I've been dealing with XRP price and hot news. Volume frickin' exploded. Absolute explosion. Up 228% last 24 hours at almost 22 billion in volume. Holy crap. And the market cap right now sitting at 81 billion. Now let's go to those candlesticks and let's explore the move that happened late yesterday, early into this morning. We were watching it yesterday. We saw the action right around that $1.12, $1.15, and we were like, you know what? We're holding $1.10. We're holding it super strong. We need something to propel us to the positive side, and that's when we got the Gary Gensler news. Then all of a sudden, XRP started moving. We did hit $1.50 twice. Well, actually, we hit it once. It got super close the second time. First candlestick got us to $1.4990. The second one got us to $1.50. So you saw the resistance. You saw it play out. Now, here's the key, though. 45 minutes later, just a little bit before I went on, we got support right at $1.35. That's the low of this candlestick right here. So we've got support at $1.35, and you can see that support extending here earlier in the move and even early in the move where we had a little bit of pushback, and we got support at that $1.35. So now we're pushing our way up onto $1.42. Volume, as I said, is absolutely exploding. XRP touched $1.50, and we haven't even hit most of the news becoming real yet. Just think about this. These are all announcements. It's an announcement that Gensler is resigning on the 20th. It's an announcement that so-and-so is going to be this cabinet position or this one. It's an announcement that this person is going to be a crypto czar. These haven't taken effect yet. Can you imagine what's going to happen to XRP in the broader crypto market as these announcements take effect? And not only once they take effect, but what happens once these players get appointed and they start making pro-crypto changes? The amount of change that's going to happen in the market. So right now, the XRP optimism is brewing. We're going to be celebrating all the way through January 20th. This move here with XRP doesn't seem to be stalling anytime soon. In fact, we might be touching $1.50 again later today. So touch that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out, because it's been a great day for all of us, especially those of us bringing the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, because views are up and people are happier when I bring happy news. In one of yesterday's earlier videos, I talked to you about the Gensler pump, and that a bunch of you out there would be playing it, and that a bunch of us would be watching to see if XRP pumps on the official Gensler resignation. Oddly enough, a few hours later, that's exactly what we got. Gensler resignation news saying he's gone on the 20th. As soon as that news circulated, XRP candlesticks started going up, and up. And as the news spread further and further and was verified, we learned that, yes, everyone, it is real, and the XRP explosion continued. Now, BTC is nearing 100,000. We also got some positive regulatory things happening as well. So we have a whole bunch more good fuel to throw into this fire to keep the rally going. Do you believe this rally can extend to $2? I mean, honestly, we were just talking about $1.10, $1.12 yesterday, and now we're talking about $1.50. What a difference less than 24 hours makes. So I'm going to ask you, what difference are you going to notice in the next 24 to 48 hours as I bring you the news all weekend long? That's my dedication to you, with no sponsors either, so you get the news whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, without bias. Now, in terms of traditional finance partners getting into the mix, Charles Schwab was very, very adamant that they were not going to be touching crypto, calling it a junk asset class, and also saying that their people, their customers, really aren't interested in crypto. Was that you not listening to your customer? Because I guarantee you your customers were into crypto, but your political ties were telling you to stay out of crypto. Shame, shame, Charles Schwab, because you weren't presenting the news good or bad to your investors. Instead, what you were doing was you were giving them a false narrative about how bad crypto is, how nefarious it is, how only criminals use crypto. Well, Charles Schwab, you must be a fucking criminal now because your asses are getting into crypto too, and you said you never would. CEOs said they felt silly for not getting into it. You should feel more than silly. You should feel ashamed. I don't feel ashamed. Do you know why? Because now a $7 billion asset manager just admitted they were wrong, tucked tail, and will now be getting into crypto. My, how things have changed. Choo-choo, bitches.